What is up, everybody? M Nova coming at you with another one. It's almost time to start getting back into some positions, and we're having a look at ACDC today. As we can see, we broke that support line. This little doji was saying, get ready for a bounce, and that was denied, and we kept going down. We've got 8 days of sell off. And then news comes out that there was an ETF that ACDC was going to be added. I don't see it here on headlines, but if you look for it, it's like I don't even remember the name of the ETF, but it's some tech and EV. So there's blockchain assets added to it, as well as some large labels as well. So this could be the smart money trying to drive the price down so they can get in, and then possibly a little bit of sideways action of accumulation before the smart money starts pushing this price back up. So we could be close to a bottom. That gap fill is officially happening. I was thinking that, this would be the first point at where we could start to think about accumulation. And I believe I was thinking like just over 30 or around 30 cents. Now, the next accumulation bid would probably be around 27 to, what is that, 25 ish. Now, I've accumulated enough. I don't need any more. I'm just basically holding. I sold off the position and then I bought back in. I made a quick trade. I don't remember the exact figures, but I'm going to try and keep this short because there's a few videos that I want to get through. But very similar to this. This is going to be played out, but the time is magnified compared to this, right? You can see that this spike and this consolidation looks like it's about 4 times longer than it is high. And likewise, this will be a quarter of the length of this guy down here. Now, just trying to see if I can locate like some sort of support. Oops. Come on. There we go. And I don't know. It looks like we do have some resonance. It just feels a little bit off. Right? So I guess we come down a touch, a change, and then we get resistance along here, a touch, a change. And then this resistance was kind of shouting for price level bounce instead. Accumulated sideways, and we found resistance here again. And we broke through, and we're just starting to test this as support and kind of running out of time. But I think we're close to the bottom. You can see that we've been grinding down 4 days of sell off, 2 days of buy, 1 and 1, and then 4 days of sell off. Tomorrow could be like one last gasp sell off. So the Hail Mary bids probably down around 25, 27 cents. And I think buyers will start accumulating, obviously under 30 cents. That's where I thought things would start. And we can see that we've got red candles. So this is all weak trades. There's no strength like it was up here showing support. So the support is broken out. This could be final capitulation. So I think it's close to a bottom. We're looking at weekly. 12, 8, 7, 15 million shares dumped this week. And that's the most red candles or red week candles that we've had in a while. So I just think that this is a lot of shorting, and this seems to corroborate where support is going to be. So I don't know. I'm starting to feel like we're very, very close to a bottom. When it happens, we can see the trend line. Excuse me. The trend line is slowly coming to an end. So there's your opens and closes matching up. I want to say that maybe the bottom will be next week, at which point we'll probably see something sideways like this, right? So something sideways where the sellers are trying to push the price down and the buyers are saying, I'm more than willing to start accepting shares down around this level. And this was previous resistance. So this should become future support. So I think that is the number that we're going to be looking at. So that's 27 cents. Maybe a Hail Mary at around 23.5 seems a bit low for me, 25. So anyway, we are very close, I think. Let's look at monthly. Technically, we're lower than 50% the range of this. Let me get a GAN box. And coming right up on this intersection here, I can't seem to expand this any further, but it's all saying that we're pretty close to a turn or a pivot point anyway. And what has been our percent decline since the all-time high? Let's delete that. Oops. Definitely more than the 618 I was looking at. $73. I don't know. It's all arguing that we're close to. Essentially, we got that gap fill and we're close to the bounce. Of course, the move will happen from inside out. So watching the 1 hour, we need to break 33.5 to show a higher high. We'll probably see higher lows first, like maybe 2 or 3 higher lows before we break the higher high. And then we'll start seeing a trend start to happen for the trend change. Let's turn on the rabbit hole, have a look. 8 minutes. That's all of your resistance, the 20 posing resistance, and the 20 is just below this point. So odds are if we bounce, that's going to be our resistance. And then hopefully we see a higher low. So we can challenge this. We might try and challenge it maybe 2 more times, and then we'll be looking at the 50 on the half day. On the half day, we're at the 1618. This could be our range, right? Where we might be going sideways, similar to here, from the 28 to 33. So again, lots of time. I was getting a lot of messages asking for an update on ACDC, and you can see there was no need for a rush to get back in. We're still in accumulation. On the daily, we are we're just under the 200. And here we have the 20 and the 50, which will be future resistance. Again, further sideways consolidation. The 111 is right about here. And let's zoom out for a second. And we can see that the 350 times 2 just seems to show the corridor, like where we're going to start compressing. So there's the 111, basically the pi cycle indicators, right? The 111 right here and the 350 times 2. So if I go in and I clean this up a bit, 1618 is where the price is right now. Turn off all the shapes. The 200 is right around where price is as well. And we are below the 1. And this is the 111. So now if we close this off, you can see how this is kind of acting as a corridor where range is going to start to show some sort of contraction, right? And the 111 is right around where we think our bounce is going to be if we look left. If we drag the box right down to the 111 and we expect it to go up a smidge, let's say right about there, we look left and it's right at that previous resistance. So let me move this guy down here. I just can't seem to. Okay, so right at that wick, that's where price is right now. So potential of a bounce, but what is the trend? The trend is down. We see no sign of a trend going up. On lower time frames, no sign. It looks like it's stalling or getting ready to bounce, but it's not confirmed. Here, same thing. On the 15-minute, it's debatable. I would still say the trend is still down. On the 5-minute, we can see some sideways accumulation action, right? Where is my 200? And the 1. See, all these moving averages, this is all saying still a sell-off coming up on 13 minutes. So not much else to say. There's still time to accumulate. There's still time to get in at the price that you want. The trend is still down. We are approaching our final section. We've got A, B, C, yeah, and then noisy. I think this is capitulation. We're close. So we may see one final big red candle, or we're going to see a monster green candle signifying we are at a bottom, and then we wait for confirmation of trend change. But right now, these are all red candles. Looking at, so RSI and money flow index on the daily is, I guess we could argue, oversold. However, the APO and MACD are not showing a push to the upside. So RSI has not done a bounce and exited. And I believe it's got to be above, well, I think between 35 and 40. But we need to see a significant bounce. The money flow index is right close to the entry point, but again, the trend is down. So getting in now is to get in slowly in case the price goes down a little bit more. Me personally, I would wait and see if we start seeing green candles to the upside. So if you're in this for the long run, Now's the time to do it. If you're in this to trade, it's going to take a while for that bounce to happen. So that is it for ACDC. Let's bring the thumbnail like so, and trade safe.